All right. I know it's not as exciting as football recruiting, but we're doing what we can. So, no, you guys fire away.
So with the three-point defense, they started off 5
Yeah.
5 from the line, but then you guys were able to rally that at the line. I think finished 28% shooting there. What was the difference?
Well, I mean, we came out and, we were pressing a little bit early, and, I think we had one possession where we had two traps right in front of our bench, and then the ball got out and the guy was in the corner, and when we didn't have a defender, and I don't know in film if there was no rotation there or just nobody there. And they made it, and then I think we had another one at the end of a press, and hey, those are half on me and half on the guys, because I want to be aggressive, and if those threes miss early, where you're not getting to run your offense and you miss a corner three, there's probably a good chance we're running it down at the other end. So it's just trying to set tempo and pace in the game, and sometimes it works and you look great, and sometimes it doesn't work, and you don't look so great. But I thought our guys did a really good job settling in after that first 10, 12 minutes and, asserting our will and kind of executing our game plan.
I mean, you must love that on any given day, it could be Azulis, it could be Benedict, it could be Coloco, just how things are just working out anybody's day.
Yeah, I mean, I love having a well-balanced team, and listen, I don't mind having a go-to leading scorer, but, sometimes the way we play, the ball finds, different guys on different nights. And I don't think that Cal Baptist was doing anything crazy defensively. They were kind of switching between a man and a zone a little bit. And I think our guys started out, kind of geared down a little bit. And then we kind of got the ball back in there and started running our break the right way. And Azulis really, kind of asserted his dominance early in that second half, which allowed us to break the game open.
You don't have a home game for 24 days. How do you approach that?
Thanks for reminding me. I didn't even know that, to be honest with you. Because, hey, I always tell you guys, Tennessee on Wednesday, and then Christmas. So I am looking ahead to Christmas, but that's not a game. So, yeah, I mean, we got an awesome opportunity on Wednesday. Obviously we've had a really strong start, and I've played, at Tennessee, and it's a monster. And it's a great opportunity for this to go in there and test ourselves.
I don't want to get too far ahead, but Tennessee and then the LA trip, what do you think just this stretch could really do for your team?
Game to game, it's regardless of what's going to happen, our mindset has to be we're going to be better for it. And we're not trying to go undefeated. Obviously we want to win every game, but we know that that's not realistic. It hasn't been done since 1976. So, we just want to make sure that we're staying locked in and we have a growth mindset. And, I really want to just challenge the guys. We've had a couple of slow starts in a row. We got to start out better. We got to execute the plan better. And I think we've kind of let our guard down a little bit with that. So hopefully we can, tighten that up, because you can't be doing that on the road.
I would like playing the two big guys together.
Who do you consider big?
What do you mean? Loco and
In Tubelis? I'm saying serious. Or you were talking about Umar and
Coloco.
Yeah, because that's probably the most you played them together.
Yeah, hey, it's just the game. It's something we've talked about doing. I got to probably do a better job developing that lineup offensively. I think defensively we have a plan for that lineup. Offensively, and then, as luck would have it, and the other team always has a pretty good coach too, right? The moment we went with two bigs, they went zone. And, we honestly haven't spent 1 second on zone offense with two bigs on the floor, with Umar and CeeLo on the floor together. So, no, I like it. I'm not uncomfortable doing it. I still think, having Azulis out there that's kind of, can, a little more mobile, could play inside and outside a little bit. I'm a little more comfortable with that. But, we'll see how that the super lineup or the giant lineup or whatever you want to call it, we'll see how that develops.
I put 9 blocks today, and it's tougher to want to get to the basket.
Yeah, I don't know if that was all on the, that was just Umar and CeeLo, even if they were in the game by themselves. Just they were doing a great job patrolling the paint. And we were trying to funnel things to them, and then our guys did a better job of activating them on the perimeter and not going under stuff. And the way we play defense sometimes it's not easy. It's really challenging on the guys. mentally and physically. And I thought we did a much better job the last 25 minutes of the game, given the effort it needs to play defense the way we want.
When you have those blocks from Christian and Umar, what does that do for your offense when you're able to get
Well,
on the
you,
run?
you hope it ignites a fast break. I mean, the main thing that I see is it's an 0 for 1. They missed the shot. Now do we get the rebound? And if we get the rebound, you guys know what we always want to do. We're going to run. So I just look at it that aspect. It's great having rim protection down there, and then it's in the back of their minds. They go down there, they got to deal with legitimate size and rim protection.
Is the playing CeeLo and Umar together a factor at all? Just confidence in Umar, just that he's.
I mean, it's dictated by a lot of things. It could be foul trouble. It could be fatigue. It could be how much we practice it. It could be matchups. And today we just kind of felt like, hey, we can give this a go. And it's not like we didn't have it wasn't at the top of the priority list to start the game. It just kind of came to fruition, and we saw it, and they're sitting there, and it looked like Zoo needed a little bit of a rest, and we played the small lineup before, and it didn't look great offensively for whatever reason, so we decided to go big.
I was wondering, like earlier in the year, if you had this situation, would you maybe hesitate more, or does Umar playing a little
Well,
bit better?
there's no doubt. If Umar starts playing like that, it opens up a lot of doors. But I've told Umar, and it's not always easy for a guy to hear. If you want more, you have to do more. And while you want more, you need to be working really hard. And he has been working hard. I mean, you guys can see how his body's changing. His conditioning's getting better. But just because you want something more doesn't mean it's going to happen every day. And when it doesn't happen, you got to handle it with maturity and be a professional. And I thought he did that.
What's the travel plan for, you're flying out Tuesday for Tennessee?
I think so. I mean, Tuesday? Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Having everyone back here after Christmas.
Well, hey, we're going to let the guys go home for Christmas. I mean, obviously, COVID's gone crazy, and we're seeing it, and we're doing the best job we can to be mindful of that within our group and trying to really kind of, become our own little cohort a little bit. But, I think, to my knowledge, I think everybody's been, double vaxxed. A lot of guys have been boosted, and and then it's just a little bit of common sense, and hopefully we'll be okay. But as you guys are seeing in all society, it's not avoidable. It's happening. So, we're going to do the best job we can.
Are you a fan of the loophole that NCAA allows for you to fly people home if the last game before Christmas is?
I'm a fan of any time our guys get to see their families. I'm a fan of that. I think it's really important. These guys have been working hard, as we all do. But these are young adults that are working hard away from their families. They don't get to go home for any of the holidays. You guys think about that. Like, they don't get Thanksgiving, they don't get Christmas. So anytime you can get them home for a few days, I think you got to take advantage of it, even if there is a risk, of the COVID situation.
To the point where you recommend boosters just so guys have less chance to break through and.
I recommend it, but again, I'm also, guys are going to make their own choices, and we do the best job we can educating them, and obviously I've done it, and I feel okay. So, hopefully, everybody takes advantage of it. I think you got to give yourself every opportunity to stay healthy and have a season.
Did you play a role in bringing Khalid back to town?
Bring who? I didn't. No, I didn't. And that's awesome. I'd love to meet him. I still haven't met him. So, yeah.
What's Christmas like in the Lloyd household?
Again, us college coaches live crazy lives, right? Like, you don't get Thanksgivings. Like, we don't even know what to do with a normal Thanksgiving. We like being in Maui, or the Bahamas and eating at a restaurant. And Christmas is nice because I've never traveled on Christmas. I always stay home. And, and my family will be there, and when we'll just hang out. We have, I think we have family leading up to Christmas, extended family in town, and after Christmas. But I think those Christmas days, it's just going to be us. And if we have any guys in town, we'll hang out with them. But it's pretty laid back. I got 3 teenagers, so there's a lot of sleeping in.
What's Christmas like in Kelso, Washington?
Usually dark, gray, and rainy. but great. I mean, yeah, my family will have a great time, and they'll be coming down a ton January, February.
Other than obviously tightening up the rotation, anything you've adjusted without Kim these last, 3 or 4 games?
No, not really. I mean, we're playing the same way. I mean, we're playing the same way, and we're playing the way we play, and hopefully it'll continue to be successful. We gotta tighten up some execution things. We're getting a lot of things thrown at us, which, like I've told you guys before, I mean, that's a sign of respect for your team. If they're throwing the kitchen sink at you, and I'm going to do my best job I can keeping these guys prepared.
On that end, what has Tennessee done that you've seen, if at all, to be as efficient they are on defense?
Well, you watch Baylor play defense. I mean, in Texas Tech, pretty much copy and paste that. So they're getting after you, tons of ball pressure, and there's a lot of switching. They're doing a really good job keeping the ball out of the middle of the floor and kind of disrupting the normal flow of your movement in your offense. So it's going to be a great challenge, but it's a challenge we need.
What led to that game? Because that was basically a replacement for Gonzaga, if I remember.
Yeah, I mean, it was TJ did a good job. I mean, Coach Few and Coach Barnes are really close friends. So I know Coach Barnes a little bit. We've scrimmaged him, played him numerous times when he was at Texas and Tennessee, and it was just I think TJ had a conversation with their scheduling guy, and the opportunity came up, and we didn't overthink it. We were like, yeah, let's do it, and I'm glad we did, because it's going to be a awesome experience.
Just for the record, anyway, Vilas was out.
Yeah, I mean, I think he kind of, did something to his hand or his wrist yesterday in practice.
Short term, I didn't know.
I think so. I haven't heard anything other than that. Okay, guys.